Hi. I'm really enjoying myself here. It's exciting to watch live instead of listening on the radio. It's fun to see Chris not just playing this music, but how much he enjoys it. Like he smiles. He looks like a happy Jude Law. And I'm slightly envious because if I smiled in the middle of a joke, you would think I was having a stroke. Two guys walk into a bar. That's a really good joke for the radio. I just made a large, dopey smile. Hi, everybody. I am Bobcat Goldthwait. And thanks. For those of you who thought I'm dead, I'm not. And this is my real voice. This week, a very dear friend of mine and political satirist and advocate and just an all-around great guy named Barry Crimmins passed away. And I wasn't quite sure if I was going to make it, but I knew he'd be disappointed if I didn't show up. If you're not familiar with Barry Crimmins, this is my favorite Barry Crimmins joke. He was performing one night, and he got heckled. And the guy in the audience goes, "If you don't love this country, why don't you leave it?" And Barry goes, "Because I don't want to be victimized by its foreign policies." So, in honor of my friend Barry, I'm going to now tell you his favorite story of mine. So I was on a flight, and I know already you're going, wow, a comic willing to take on airline traffic and travels. No, but I was on a flight, and, sorry, a little nervous tonight. Midway through the flight, by the way, this is a true story. Midway through the flight, the engine blew up on the right side of the plane. It was like, and the plane just dropped. That's not the noise it made. Clearly, I'm not the black guy from Police Academy who makes funny noises. It was like, thank you. And the plane just dropped, and people started screaming, and drinks were flying through the air, and it was terrifying. We lost pressure in the cabin. It was just, I don't know if it was, it looked like the last OK Go video. Things were just flying all around, and people were freaking out. And I said, stay calm, watch the flight attendants. That's how you survive something like this. You know, take your cue off of them. And I look at the two flight attendants who are strapped in, but they're leaning out the window, and they're looking at this engine that's no longer running. Maybe it was on flames, I don't know. And they turned back, and they were sobbing. They were crying flight attendants. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, by the way, we're here for your safety first. These women had checked out. They were just holding each other's hands going, "I always thought you were professional, Karen." And as the plane was careening towards the earth, the pilot got on. The pilot goes, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen." And I'm not even exaggerating. He's like, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen. There's no reason to be alarmed. This is your pilot. We're going to land in Cleveland in 2 to 2.5 minutes." It would have been more comforting if it was like, this is your pilot. Oh, boy. I'm not making any promises. I'm going to try something I learned in pilot school, never did on a real plane. Go ahead, drink. Smoke. We used to smoke on planes. Kiss a stranger. I don't know. If I don't pull this off, we got about 12 seconds. That would have been more comforting. Because that's the voice of death. If you walk out of here today and someone jumps up and goes, "I'm going to kill you," he's not. That's a drunk jock that wants his buddies to pull him off of you so he doesn't have to get in a fight. "I'm going to kill you." Calm down, Todd. He's not worth it. But if you walk out here tonight and a guy comes up behind you and goes, "I'm going to kill you," he's going to kill you. You'll wake up, he'll be in your bedroom nude with a machete. That story goes on longer at that point, but this is NPR. Now, here's the part of the story where sometimes I lose people, but I want you to honestly know that this is coming from a sincere place, and it comes from my heart, and I'm not lying, and it's not for comic effect. And just please stick with me on the rest of the story. It's an absolutely true story. The rest of the people on this flight was a good portion of the United States Special Olympics team. That's who was on the flight. And as we're going along, the pilot got on again one more time, and the pilot goes, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen. When we land in Cleveland, the runway will be covered entirely in foam. At the very end of the runway will be a fire truck." And I thought, oh, this is the end of my life. And I thought about my daughter, and I thought about my friends, and then clear as a bell, one voice from the back of the plane went, "Fire truck!" He was excited. He was going to see a fire truck. And I laughed. And no one else did. I said, "You didn't hear fire truck?" I went from atheist to agnostic in that single moment. And I know some of you have special needs people in your family, and I know some of you may work with special needs people, but if you don't think they say or do anything funny, you're denying that they're human beings, because that's the funniest thing I've ever heard another human being say. Thank you.